Hello Libra, welcome to my channel, Sarah Angel Tarot. This is your reading. I always look for new energies and positive energies, but if we don't get a positive energy, we work through it. I say that every time, but we have to give an honest one, okay? This is for Libra, like I said, Sun, Moon, Rising, full Celtic cross. As you know, this may not resonate with all Libra individuals, but I hope to reach the majority, okay? See what's going on. Incoming energy. You feel like you didn't get a success in something. You're trying to regain success, but you feel like something's hindering you. We'll figure out what that is in just a second. Knight of Rods. This could be an energy. Maybe you're trying to move passionately forward. Maybe you're trying not to commit to anything and push yourself in a certain direction. Some of you can be dealing with a fire sign. Could be a Leo. Could be an Aries, but I think basically maybe a Sagittarius energy. What is crossing it? Someone is feeling very, very disappointed, whether you or somebody else or this Leo. I do feel like some of you are feeling like you're just looking at the negatives and not the positives. With the Five of Cups, there's always everybody looks at the negatives with the 3 spilt cups. They don't see that there's 2 full cups behind them. So realize with this card is crossing it, you may be disappointed, but you could just turn this around if you really wanted to. Depends on the situation. I will be clarifying, and I'll be giving a pick a card love reading at the end. Sometimes this is a love reading though also. What is crowning you or the goal? You got your swords up. You're putting your swords up. You're setting boundaries. You can't deal with certain situations right now. So maybe this is why, because you're disappointed. So you put your swords up so you can have peace in your life for a little bit. A lot of people do this, okay? Foundation. 2 of Pentacles. You may want to drop something. Because you're disappointed, you may want to drop something and put your swords up with other people. In the past, some of you took a break from somebody or something. Maybe some of you have been ill. Maybe you're just feeling lack of motivation. I do see a lot of lack of motivation in a lot of these cards lately because the way the world is, Very near future, you want a happy home. You're going to attempt to get a happy home. You're going to work towards it. But right now, like I said, you're disappointed. Get the 4 of Wands in reverse there. There's someone that is wanting a happy home, but it's not quite there yet. Okay? Possible future outcome and advice from the universe, the Wheel of Fortune. Turn your situation around. You have to turn your situation around, come out of disappointment, eventually put those swords down. I know you feel like you can't deal with stuff right now, but it's very important that you look at those 2 full cups. It's very, very important. Outside influences, what's causing all this or what's coming towards you? Chains. They also, in this deck, they call it the devil, but I like to call it chains, okay? Because you're chained to something. The obsessions, they call it, all kind of stuff. But someone is coming towards you wants to come out of feeling chained, okay? They feel, maybe that's the person you're disappointed in, maybe they want to come out of that with you. We'll figure it out. Let's see. Hopes and fears, you're afraid secrets, you're afraid someone's keeping a secret. It could be that you're trying to figure out if someone is keeping the secret and whether you should reveal it in some way, get them to reveal it. But this is all about intuition also, where you feel like you can't trust yourself. Am I trusting in my instincts? Is my intuition right? In the end, 7 of Pentacles, you're going to reevaluate the situation. You are. You're going to reinvest in it in some way, whatever's going on with the 7 of Pentacles. And let's clarify to find out what's going on. Someone does want to come out of feeling trapped and chained, in a negative situation with you. Something occurred. It'll be different for everybody where you were disappointed in them. And someone put up their blockers. They say, I can't deal with this right now. I got to take a break. I got to drop this for now. And it has to do with your home life also, because I see that 4 of Wands. Now the Knight of Rods, 5 of Cups crossing it. Let's find out what that's all about, okay? For Libra. Queen of Swords, that could be your energy. And there that is again, chains. Someone definitely wants to come out of a change situation with you, but you may be disappointed in them, or they may be disappointed in you still. But there's still hope there. There's still that is 2 full cups, like I said, that is still there for the taking for you. What's crowning you, like I said, is the 2 of Swords. Let's find out what that's about. Because someone is definitely putting up their swords or putting up boundaries for this time being. They feel like they need to. They need to work on something. They may be trying to collaborate and work, go to work. Maybe they have to put up their swords so they can continue to work. Could be someone you're dealing with is trying to continue to work also. So this situation is going back and forth quite a bit. If you hear me skip out on this for a second, if you see this stop for a second, it's because someone's either at the door or trying to get a hold of me. I got people coming over later or sometime today. Foundation, 2 of Pentacles. You may drop something. You may want to drop something. Maybe someone dropped the ball on you on something. I need 2 cards, please, for Libra. Some of you may be dealing with a Sagittarius, having trouble moving on from a troubling situation that had to do with a betrayal, a 10 of Swords. Someone felt like someone messed them over, you know? That's what it's all about. Someone's having trouble moving on from what they think someone done something to them. And maybe it was pretty harsh, you know? And they're trying to avoid it altogether now. Whether you or the person you were dealing with. In the past, someone took a break. 4 of Swords. Had to recuperate, recover. 4 of Swords, you know, let's find out what that's all about. They would need to release a burden. And they're hoping for a wish fulfillment. They really want things to get better, but they had to take a break because something is just too heavy on you. You or a person you're dealing with. I'm thinking it's you. You took a break because something was just way too much. And you still got hopes for something. You're still wishing for something. You may still get it, okay? But right now, you're still dealing with somebody else that you had a falling out with in some way. So the 4 of Wands in reverse. I need, you know, 2 cards for the very near future. So it's time to work on that home situation where happiness can be if you want it to be there, okay? 2 cards. If someone's feeling trapped, this wants to come out. Someone's feeling trapped and they're not really saying what they want to say to you. People are being stubborn. It also could be that people are just afraid of words right now, you know? And moving forward, they don't know what to do. Someone doesn't know what to do about it. Possible future outcome, but I think this is advice from the universe is to turn this situation around, which looks like you're going to reevaluate the situation. The Wheel of Fortune. 2 cards, please. What else does Libra need to know so they can turn this situation around? All kinds of options. You don't know what to do with them. You've got a decision to make, and you got more than one thing you can do, but you don't know what to do about it yet. You don't know if you should decide on one thing or go with something else. There's a little bit of confusion here. And some of you are trying to come out of sleepless nights, so the universe is telling you to get some rest, and you're going to have to make a sound decision, one that is solid, okay? Because you're going to get a lot of offers, decisions, or whatever you need to make, and it's better to look at everything that's being offered to you on the table and take the best one, but don't let it keep you up at night. Make your decision. Because I did see that Judgment card trying to come out earlier when I was shuffling earlier, where someone was having trouble making a decision on something. But the outside, you know, chains in reverse. Someone doesn't want to be chained down and bound and obsessing anymore on the outside. They need a little relief themselves. Maybe they're wanting you to let down your swords. So I need 2 cards for why this is happening on the outside. Yeah, they want to come out of hermit mode. They've been keeping to themselves, but they haven't, and they're lacking motivation in life because of whatever happened with you and them. I'm feeling like this is somebody else you're dealing with. And it could be for a Virgo for some of you. Like I said, another fire sign. For others, you know, an earth sign could be a Capricorn. But yeah, I see all the signs here. Okay, we're dealing with a lot of, I'm dealing with a lot of Libras here. We're dealing with different people. But I do see someone wanting to come out of taking this break. They want to come out of feeling terrible. You know, they want to come out of that. But you, with this, you know, hopes and fears, got the High Priestess in reverse. And this could be your person you're dealing with also. Maybe they're afraid a secret to come out. Maybe secrets did come out. But it also could be that someone doesn't trust their intuition. They don't know, well, if I do this or I feel this way, is it right? Should I do this? You know, you just don't know what to do. So the High Priestess, I need 2 more cards for that. Like I said, I'll be giving you a love reading. Pick a card love reading in just a minute. Yeah, you don't want to hold back anymore. And people are getting defensive, and you fear defensiveness. You know, I don't think you're wanting this, but the 7 of Wands in reverse is someone getting seriously defensive, and you maybe don't know if you can hold back. Could have to do with like tempers, you know, like I said, and you don't know if you trust the situation all the way around right now. But at the end, someone does reevaluate, they reinvest. They look at the past failure and they said, how can I work with this now with the 7 of Pentacles in the upright? I need 2 cards for that also. What are they reevaluating? Libra. Whether to, you know, take on extra work. Even though you're still disappointed, you may pick up the ball on this instead of dropping it. You may decide to work on it, but it's going to take work and investment if you want to work with this. You're thinking about, should I go with this? You like to come out of disappointment. You're still disappointed. But now somebody, you or somebody else, wants to work on a situation. They want to keep carrying it forward. Someone does not feel like they got a victory, you know. They don't feel like they got a victory in the situation at all. But they're trying. I just feel like someone had a little bit of a falling out. Someone got disappointed. Someone thought someone betrayed them. Having trouble moving on as a foundation. But it looks like in the end, even though still disappointed, 5 of Cups are there twice. It's important. You are going to look at the 2 full cups and reevaluate the situation, whether it's worth it or not. Now, this could be like career, money, family. I do see a family type setting here. Love. But I'll be giving you a love reading. Let me clean these up. I like a clean table. It looks better on camera anyway. And you can see it better for the pick a card love reading. Be right back, okay? Okay, Libra, this is your love reading. For Libra, Sun, Moon, and Rising, pick a card. Pick an energy. Pick a path. Love reading from the Angel Love cards. Like I said, you could pick an energy, but at the end I try to bring them all together anyway for secondary energies. Sometimes they rarely relate. Other times they don't. But I'll get 3 cards from the Angel Answers. And if we get a past life type person card situation, I'll pull another past life card. Again, Libra, Sun, Moon, and Rising. Pick a card. Love reading. And hopefully it'll tell us something more about your love life. I know I've been seeing where people are down and out about love, so other people are marrying. I've seen weddings where people told me just a few readings ago that weddings weren't going on. I said, oh, yes, they are. Well, I need 3 cards from the 8th House Tarot, the House of Secrets, the House of Sexuality. 3 cards, please. And I'll pick 3 also for my Dark Moon Astrology cards that I just got. You know, I'm learning them. And the more I read, the more powerful they get, you know. Libra, Sun, Moon, and Rising. They are huge cards. They're good cards, too. Let's see what's going on. If you pick this section, Libra, see what's going on. Very soon, a love situation is going to come up for you, whether new or old, okay? Very soon, something's going to stir up in love, okay? Perfect timing's at hand. The angels have made it so to where it would work out at a certain time. Very soon. There's that 7 of Earth, 7 of Pentacles again, where you're going to reevaluate something to see if it works for you or not. And Moon, Soul, maybe a soul type energy, okay? Tapping into your intuition. It's also about fear, so be careful not to be afraid of letting somebody in. There are fears there, but very soon your love situation is going to change up big time. And you're going to reevaluate. You're going to invest in something right there. It says here, if you pick this section, express your love to somebody, or they want to express it to you. Meditation brings the answers. Maybe you're unsure. If you ask your angels the night before you go to sleep, oftentimes they will give you the answer the next morning. So remember to meditate or pray, and you will get your answers, what you should do. Because some of you are fearful or don't know if you should express love, even though it's telling you to. Something had ended for you, or you're afraid of endings of some sort, but it's also about transformation. Transform your situation all the way around. You can resurrect it possibly. And remember, we have where you can have the Venus card, Taurus, where you can have what you're wanting. You can have the love that you're wanting. You can have anything that you wish for if you really go for it, if you really pray for it, if you really meditate over it, as I have, okay? You can have what you're wanting. If you pick this section, remember I told you we're going to bring them all together at the end. Some of you need to, in this one, release your ex. Maybe you're carrying something over. I do see love coming in for you, but it's like you're holding on to something, or you're holding on to pain. That could be it too. If you're asking the universe what you should do, or the spirit world, God, whatever you're asking them, for, it's going to be a yes. They're going to give you a nod and allow it to happen, come into your life. 7 of Air. You feel like someone has messed you over. You felt like someone has done you wrong. Maybe as what you're asking, did this person do me wrong? Is my intuition right? Yeah, your intuition was right about this person. There's someone that you felt did something to you, really did, okay? Okay, void of course, Moon. This is the time where you should not be working on this with the ex, okay? This is the time when you need to release something, okay? Because void of course, Moon means when you try to work something during this time, it just doesn't work out. I do see like you have love coming in very soon, bringing these all together. But some of you are still holding on to the past. Someone may want to express their love to you or you them, but you're still going through a major transformation. You can transform, and you're unsure about accepting new people into your life or somebody else. You'll have your heart, your Venus energy set on somebody. It's very difficult for you to release whatever happened in the past. But it's saying something good is coming in. You can invest in it, reevaluate the whole situation where you want to go. But the angels are telling you that time is at hand where someone is coming into your life. Okay? It could be a soulmate. You may feel like everybody's deceiving you also. You may still be like kind of down and out because you're thinking about past people, that have been in your life, but it's saying something else is coming in. This is for people that are having new love coming in, but they still are holding on to somebody they care for. Someone that's hard to let go, even though you know they did you wrong. But it's saying this is not the time for you to hold on to it. It's time to release it so you can let this person come in. But, you're having difficulty doing so. Now I'm going to pull a soulmate card for the Moon Soul, the very first one, to find out exactly what is going on between you and this other person. Sometimes it tells us a lot, and sometimes it doesn't tell us anything, hardly. But it just tells us how you related to them in a past life and why it's hard to let go of the soulmate section. It also could be the person coming in is a soulmate, okay? So let's see what's going on. I need another card, the soulmate for Libra, Sun and Rising, about love. See what it says. Spirituality and religion. You're very much spiritually connected. Whether the past person or the new person coming in, you're going to be soulmate, like I said, spiritually connected. You're going to be very, very deep into each other. You're going to know each other very well. You're going to feel like you've known them all your life also. Okay? See what else it says here. Baby, you had maybe a child together in the past life. Atlantis, maybe even from a different world in some way. Atlantis, in a way, is a different world. It's a new type of place or an old type of place where people are often trying to find it. It's a lost land. You came from that. You're very spiritually connected, and you had children together. And what happens when you meet somebody like this and they're a soulmate, if you haven't met this person yet, you're going to redo it in this lifetime. This is what you're going to do. If you haven't met this person yet, you will be doing this with them. Okay? Some of you may be already dealing, like I said, with the ex, because you're having trouble releasing an ex. But for a lot of you, it's saying here in the first one, I'm thinking this person that's coming in that has a soulmate connection, and you will feel like you've known them all your life. You're going to want to invest in it. You're going to want to invest in it eventually, but you're also still having trouble letting go of something else and transforming your life into something new. It's time to transform. It really is, Libra. I'm going to let this go. I'll talk to you later, okay? And I'll upload this soon. Bye.